Hey, it was chugging a little bit on my end. How is it on your
It was
end?
chugging just a little bit, but not too bad.
Yeah. So I'm in the uh, not the most expensive of hotels, saving a little bit of money, and so the Wi-Fi was like really not good.
Hmm.
So I'm using the hotspot on my phone. During the countdown, I went to go get some more coffee, and on the way back, I noticed that my ceiling fan is missing a
Oh my
blade.
goodness.
I'm glad I didn't turn it on
Is
last
it
night.
that hotel
It
that
would
you
have.
and Hope stayed at the last conference?
No, I picked a
Oh, you
different
should have
one.
stayed at the other one.
So, so I thought I was getting the one right across San Antonio from the Cracker
Uh huh.
Barrel. But I got the one. You remember the one that you got last time for
Yes.
us across
Uh
the
huh.
highway? So,
You got that
so
one.
that's the one I got.
That was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
one.
where I am.
That one's pretty shady. It's not the best.
It's yeah, it's not expensive.
No, it's
Um,
definitely not
so
expensive.
so I look around a little bit and I'll get one. But so first of all, good morning, Jenny. Saw you on there. I looked on my phone and I thought I saw Jim said morning, but it didn't show up. Is he on your
No,
chat?
he's not on my chat, but I saw it show up on Facebook too.
Yeah, on the phone. So Jim, if you're there, good morning. Good morning to whoever's there. It's not on our chat, but I saw you
Yeah.
on the deal. So anyhow, here let me go to this. This is what I was going to this for. Um, so how do I comment? Here we go.
Oh, it still just shows one comment on the
Yeah, weird. Anyhow, good morning, Jim. Whether you're there or not, I thought
hmm.
you were. Maybe it kicked him off. So anyhow, so Hope and I are in. Oh, actually, four of us in Albuquerque for. I'm here for. Yeah, see, Jim said good morning.
Huh. That's weird.
Um, that showed up on my
Hmm.
watch. Oh, you know what? He might have done a message thing.
Uh.
So I'm gonna reply to him. Hello. So anyhow, um, crazy days. So Hope and I will be here for the evangelism conference, but Hope, Kim, and Mom, that would be Cynthia to you guys, except for
Hmm.
you. They came for the ladies leadership thing, which was tonight and today till about 2.
Hmm.
And then I'll be going when I leave here, going to a youth summit. So the kind of the youth portion, student ministry portion of the evangelism conference today until 4. So it'll be fun driving around
Hmm.
Albuquerque, which is oddly enough, the air conditioner is on here, so it's
Mm.
warm. So so last night I had to turn the air conditioner up because I got hot here in the hotel.
That's fun.
Crazy. I bet it's not hot there, is it?
I think it's supposed to be in the upper 50s today.
I saw, I think today or tomorrow is supposed to be 60 something.
Yeah, today's supposed to be 59, tomorrow's 60. So it's
Okay.
supposed to be, I mean, pretty warm. It already felt really warm when I got in about 7:15, so but
So there's Jim. Uh, good morning, Jim. Um, so Monday mornings we're going to be doing in the know, and last week we didn't have Java and Jesus because it was a holiday. So I thought let's talk about office hours and holidays, um, which is something that's really funny. I'll give the backstory. Um, when we came 21 and a half, have we made the halfway
yep.
mark? 21 and a half years ago, um, the office hours were, well, first of all, let me back up. They didn't really have any policies for holidays, and even like I don't know if you guys realize, in Baptist churches they're a little bit like companies in the way that they get their pastors. They have a committee. They take resumes. They do all that, and you kind of negotiate your package. If I can put it, that doesn't sound
Mhm.
very spiritual, but that's kind of the way it is. Um, so your package for not only your pay, but your vacation and all that other stuff. So we did that. And I was here just a little bit because we came in November right before Thanksgiving and started kind of noticing a pattern. Whenever we would get close to the holidays, the secretary would say, is the church going to be closed, here or here or here? And I'm be like, I don't know. What do you normally do? And he said, well, whatever the pastor decides. And so I did that for a little while, maybe a year or two. And then started thinking, we should probably just have some policies for these kind of things, not just for holidays, but also for vacation time. Because I've been there for a long time now, and that was my plan when I came. 2 weeks vacation is good. That's good vacation. But how do you? She had more vacation than I did when I first came. So how do you accrue vacation? How do you do that? Sick days, all those kind of things. So we put together a committee. It was actually the personnel committee, and so we hashed through all of those things together. So and it's funny. Um, uh, I forgot how many when the vacation accrues, but I said, okay, so nobody can get more than 4 weeks vacation in a given year, and you can only carry one of those weeks over. And I think that was maybe after 10 years you would get the fourth week. I think after 5 years you got another week, so that gave me 3, and after 10 years I got another week that gave me 4. And so you can't have more than 5 weeks in a given year. And they're like, oh, so it's use it or lose it. I'm like, good grief. Can you imagine people having 8 weeks of vacation in a year? If you can't take 4 weeks of vacation, how are you going to take 8? So anyways, that was the deal for vacations. For holidays, you remember Scott Kimball, retired stealth fighter pilot, and still he worked for the Army, I think, or DOD at that time. So he said, well, why don't we just do all the federal holidays? And so we did that. So we take all the federal holidays. The office is closed on all the federal holidays. And they kind of surprised us a little bit this year with it's not an annual holiday, but when Jimmy Carter passed away, they declared a federal holiday for that. That was on a Thursday. So we do that now. That doesn't mean that we get to actually take all of those. There are some things that happen on some holidays. We have a Christmas Eve service, and then we have a Christmas Day service. So we don't actually get all day on those holidays, especially if I'm preaching, and I do. So anyways, so holidays, we take all the federal holidays, and we will sometimes if it's a Thanksgiving, we may take off early on that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So all the federal holidays you can pretty much count on the church being closed, the church office being closed. Doesn't mean that we're not doing stuff. Doesn't mean that we may even be there, but the offices are closed. So let's talk a little bit about what does it mean when the offices are closed, Hillary?
Well, offices closed, it means that kind of just like what you talked about, like the office isn't open. So
the doors are locked,
but it still might mean that we're as staff doing stuff. So
we may be
right
there,
so
but the doors are locked.
Like we have once a month staff planning meetings, and so we start about 8 or 9. So we're here before office hours, but we're just not ready to receive or greet people until the office is open.
Right. So in a nutshell, what that means is if the doors are closed, I'm sorry, if the office is closed, the doors are locked, we don't answer the phones, and we're not there to receive people. That sounds a little bit mean. It's a little bit weird because we're there a lot of the times when the offices are closed. But so when the offices are closed, the doors are locked. We don't want to answer the phones. We're doing stuff a lot of times, maybe, but we're not there. We're not available to receive people. So and sometimes it is we're doing other things that we're either in meetings, or sometimes it's we may be there, your mom and I, for a Zoom meeting with some people in our state convention. We may be doing some things while we're there, but the offices are closed, so you can't come in. We don't answer the phone. So that brings me to the big deal. So what are the office hours? You know what they are. I'm asking
You
you.
want me to answer? So the office
Yeah,
hours are
yeah.
Monday through Thursday, 10 to 3.
Monday through Thursday, 10 to
Yes.
3. And oftentimes we're there through the lunch hour. Sometimes we'll go take a staff lunch. So we'll go have meetings over lunch. And so if that's the case, we'll put the little sign up that tells you when we expect to be back. So that's really funny. When I first came 21 and a half years ago, those were the office hours, Monday through Friday. I'm sorry, get everybody confused. Monday through Thursday from 10 to 3. Those have been the office hours the entire time I've been there. We haven't changed
Isn't that
those.
crazy? I feel like that's really crazy that it's been 21 and a
Yeah,
half years, that they've stayed the same.
yeah. That may be the one thing that it might be the only thing that hasn't
Yeah.
changed in all that time. But so if you come, and people do this all the time, and we've kind of fostered it, unfortunately, a little bit. They'll come at 7 or 8 or 9 and knock on the door, and then we let them in. But just know the offices are closed. They're not open. We're doing stuff, and I'm usually there at 7 or 7:30. You're usually there at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I'm there until 8 o'clock at night. Um, on Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock, Tuesday and Thursday nights. And so we may be there, but the office is not open. So if you need office stuff, then that's Monday through Thursday from 10 to 3. And that doesn't mean that we might not have to close for different things. We've had some weird things happen. During the renovation, there was a Monday or two where they needed to have the electricity off. So the offices were closed. Again, that doesn't mean we're not working on stuff. I mean, we can work remotely, but the offices, because there's no power. There's not a whole lot to do these days whenever the power's out.
Right. Well, you remember when we were redoing painting the finance office just a couple weeks ago, and they had to take out the internet and the phone line to paint around it. And it probably was only for like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. But it's like, oh, well, there's no internet, there's no phone, like kind of like, what do you, like, you have to find stuff to do,
Yeah, and they didn't realize that they did that. They pulled in Cloudcroft. I don't know how it is in the outlying areas yet, but we have fiber optic, so that means there has to be a battery pack that because fiber doesn't carry current like the other phone lines did. So anyways, you have to have that plugged in, and so when you unplug that. And they actually unplugged the whole thing, so it wasn't even on the battery backup. They didn't know. They were like, "Oh, we need to move this so we can paint behind it." And then, good morning,
Karen.
Oh, it's Miss Karen.
Thank you.
Miss Karen, I'm in Albuquerque. I'll try to stay safe.
He'll be fine.
So we're talking about office hours, Miss Karen, and so it's Monday through Thursday from 10 to 3, and there may be other times that we're closed for different things. For weather, we've closed before. planned power outages in the village. I think one time, at least, maybe twice, Burroughs Street, they had to shut the water off for a period of time to do some stuff. It seems like over the years that's happened.
Yeah.
So we'll be closed for other things like that too. We'll try to be good about posting the unexpected closures, those kind of things, and even the holidays on our website, Facebook, Instagram, those kind of things. And then obviously we'll have a sign if you show up at the church to let you know if we're not open. But we generally don't answer the phones or open the doors before 10, and then we usually lock them at 3, even if, because man, I'm telling you, most days, I'm trying to think this through, at least 3 out of the 4 days that the office is open, I'm there till 7 or 8, and so we're there, but we're doing other things. I mean, the office isn't open. So that kind of catches people by surprise, I think, sometimes.
I think especially the fact that it's only Monday through Thursday and we're not open on Friday.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I meant to say, so we always evaluate things, always look at stuff, and so I always ask my pastor friends, so are you guys in the office 5 days a week? Is your office open 5 days a week? And there is no church our size whose office is open 5 days a week.
Right.
There's not one. In fact, most of the mountain churches don't have office hours. Now, the Methodist Church does. I don't think the Church of Christ does. And I know the Catholic Church doesn't, because that guy, that's a mission church, that priest has to take care of a couple. So yeah, so I asked that, and most of the guys, most other pastors take off on Friday as well. This seems to be a good way, because most of us, Saturday is our day off too. So to get 2 days in a row, when we can, we still do Java and Jesus. And we'll try to do more of those on the holidays too, because there are too many Monday holidays to take off on every Monday holiday from Java and Jesus.
I think President's Day was the first one that we actually took off in a while, because we did several holidays on Mondays for Java and Jesus.
Yeah, and I can do those remote even. On Mondays, a lot of times, and this is something that I've started not too long ago, but really enjoy doing. On Mondays, I usually am not in the office. The office is open normally, but I'm not in the office because that's a study day for me. And so I go off campus and study. Boy, it's getting really bright here now. Let me pull this to you a little bit. That didn't help, did it? I opened the blinds a little to get some natural light in there, but wasn't thinking that the sun's going to be coming through and blinding us even more. So Miss Karen, we still have your spot for you. For some of you who don't know, Karen hasn't been able to be in the office for a while, so we have 2 people that fill in for Miss Karen, and that's Kim and Hope. But it took 2 people to just fill in for Karen, and neither one of them can handle it for 4 days in a row.
Miss Karen's the only one that can handle our handle Spectrum, the company that.
I was thinking that, Miss Karen, we were talking the other day that the copier was acting weird, and they haven't been out in a while. We thought we'd get you to call them and scare them half to death so that they would run up. We haven't seen Tony in months.
I
haven't
seen him since last December.
Yeah, since before the first of the year. So gosh, lots of stuff happening around in the church. So we've been talking about office hours, but the Mountain Mom thing has been going well, and so far each week there's been a new person, and they're all from the community. We've had new young moms from the community. Probably about April-ish, maybe late April or May, we're going to have another new mom that's going to be coming in. She looks a lot like you, Hillary. I think everybody on here knows, but Hillary is due March the 11th. My guess is March the 17th. We're saying St.
we're
Patty's
all
baby.
thinking later than the 11th, but but technically next week will be my last week before maternity leave.
Oh, yeah, Hillary's going to be gone on maternity leave.
I know. Wow. Came up really fast.
Yeah. I know, huh? Yeah, it just seemed like 9 months ago, or actually 7 months ago, 6 months ago, we just found out, right? Yeah. Oh, well, that's what we got. Church office hours, Monday through Thursday from 10 to 3. We take off the federal holidays, or at least the office isn't open on the federal holidays. We may be there doing stuff. Sometimes they have Faith Girls that happens 2 Mondays a month, and that just happens to be on a holiday. And of course, when we have services like Good Friday service, the office is closed, but we'll be there doing stuff for that. Christmas Day service, Christmas Eve service. So we have to be there to get ready for stuff for that. But as far as the office being open, we don't have anybody that is in there. So that's the scoop. If you want to be in the know on office hours, haven't changed. I don't see any need to change them. Really,
I think it works really well. And like you said before, like other churches kind of follow the same suit if they have office. A lot of churches if they start at 9, they'll end at 2. So they end pretty early in the middle of the afternoon, instead of to like 5 or.
Yeah, big churches may do 9 to 5 hours, but I think for a mountain church, 10 to 3 still works. Well, that's it. Let me pray for you guys. Send you off into your day. I'm gonna head off from here and go snag another cup of coffee and go to the Youth Ministers Summit, is what they call it. I think they call it that. I think so. Student Leader Summit, Next Gen Summit. I don't know. I think things change. It's hard for me to keep up sometimes. So let me pray for you guys, and then we'll send you off into your week. Lord, thank you for your love. Thank you for the way that you take care of us. God, I just thank you for this church that I get to serve in. I pray that, Lord, you'd help us to get everything done that we need to do. Lord, thank you that you occasionally help us to get the things done we want to do as well. And Father, we pray that as we go through this week, you would use us in ways that bring you honor and glory and bring people to faith in Jesus. For it's in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, thanks for hopping in. Thanks for jumping in with me, Hillary. I haven't looked ahead to see what the topic's going to be next week. We'll find out. We'll let you know. But hop in on Mondays so that you can be in the know. See you guys. Uh-oh, I got to get to my graphic here.